What we do now is we're going to go through the sharpening of the blade that I just set before. Here it is. It doesn't matter whether it goes in with your index mark on it, because this machine's got a counter. So you enter the blade into the machine. The blade runs through here, which is a sprung-loaded clamp at the front, and the rest of the blade runs round, so supported on the arms at the back of the machine. Not all adjustments the machines are set up to do this with the same adjustments, but basically the same two adjustments are made: the index arm and the grinding height, but they sometimes make them in different ways. But on this machine, the grinding height is given here, and it raises or lowers the whole motor and grinding wheel into the cut. So we position it as near as we can without the motor running, and then we can make a final adjustment when the motor is running and we can hear and see what work it's doing. Okay, so it's missing altogether. The first adjustment is to adjust the length of the index arm so that we get a very light face grind, which is cutting down the front face of the tooth. The purpose of the face grind is to keep the front face of the tooth square and clean, and it really doesn't need to be very heavy at all. Once we've got that right, we adjust the height of the grinding disc down into the profile of the blade, until we're happy that it's grinding the whole profile, which is in the bottom of the gullet and up the back of the tooth. And so we should see bright clean steel through the whole of the profile of the tooth. So we can stop that and have a look, and as it's coming out of the grinder we can see bright clean steel all the way through. We're also looking to make sure that the tips of the teeth are square across the body of the blade and are also sharp cornered on the outside corners. Once we're happy that we've got those adjustments right, then we can leave the machine to complete the whole cycle of the blade. If the blade is particularly badly damaged because you've cut dirty or timber, or you've cut metal and the teeth need to be ground down a bit more, then it's much better to do several light grindings rather than try and get it all back in one heavy grind. But most of the time, one cycle of the grinder will sharpen a blade adequately if all that's happened is it's just got blunt after a couple of hours normal cutting. So that's good now. We'll just leave that to run, and on this machine there's a little magnet that goes behind the blade and we'll cut it off on a sensor here. Some machines have counters, but whatever machine system you've got, that can now be left to run until it's completed its cycle. So the blade has now gone through its course. Just let the grinding wheel slow down, lift that up, blade went out, come out, pull it up, put a wire tie on, ready for work. There we go.